now the time is just after 29 minutes past 12. The next programme on BBC1 is the midday news at 12:45, followed by the weather forecast and then Pebble Mill at 1. In the meantime, we're returning to a trade test transmission. This is BBC1, good afternoon. In 2 minutes, the midday news and weather, and then at 1 o'clock, Pebble Mill. In Pebble Mill at 1 today, Tony Bilbo talks to author Miss Reed, who this year celebrates 25 years in print. Marion Foster discovers the plight of the young homeless this winter, and Vincent Duggleby talks about the money in our pockets in the wake of the Chancellor's statement. Today's music comes from Marion Montgomery and Richard Rodney Bennett. Pebble Mill at 1. Now at 12:45, the news with Richard Baker.
Unemployment goes up again to over 2,160,000. Our industrial correspondent says it's rather worse than it looks, even though the month's increase of just over 100,000 is lower than last month's. Worse because although some school leavers have come off the official register of jobless, many more adults have gone onto it.
It almost goes without saying that the 100,000 increase in unemployment in the 5 weeks since the last count is the biggest November increase since the war. But worse than that, adult unemployment has now passed the 2 million mark, and job vacancies notified to the Department of Employment have fallen below 100,000 in a long 17-month slide since the early summer of last year. Now, the real increase in unemployment this month is not 100,000, but close to 136,000, because that figure allows for seasonal factors and extra school leavers and is a better indication of the underlying trend. And that trend remains strongly upwards. Across the country, unemployment is above average in Northern Ireland, well above average, in Scotland, in the north and northwest, and in Wales. Even in the West Midlands, it's 10%. It's up also in the southeast, but below average there. There's not much to be said on the plus side. Certainly a sizable lump of school leavers has left the register this month, and more should come off next month. But December promises to see a further sharp rise in adult unemployment and a further fall in job vacancies.
New redundancies were announced this morning. 550 Tate & Lyle, Start and Glucose workers are losing their jobs at Bletchley, Battersea and Howden Dyke in Yorkshire. As the jobs dwindle away, more and more people throughout the United Kingdom now know what it is to have to live without a wage packet. In Scotland, we've been looking at how just one family are coming to terms with their new problems. Michael Burke reports from Edinburgh.